Ever feel like your brain's stuck on a hamster wheel, constantly chasing the next deadline, the next notification, the next distraction? In this episode, we're offering you a sanctuary from the noise. We'll explore how silence can be your ultimate self-care ritual, a mental detox, and a gateway to profound inner peace. Get ready to turn down the volume, tune into your inner wisdom, and discover the transformative power of stillness. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a like and comment. Keep it up below. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Let's get started. 1. The gift of quiet. Unwrapping the profound benefits of silence. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. Francis Bacon. The 16th century philosopher wasn't just waxing poetic, he was dropping some serious truth bombs. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, silence has become a rare commodity. We're constantly bombarded with noise, from the relentless chatter of social media to the cacophony of city streets. It's like our brains are stuck in a perpetual state of sensory overload, leaving us feeling frazzled, stressed, and disconnected from our true selves. But what if I told you there's a simple yet powerful antidote to this modern-day madness? It's not a fancy app, a new gadget, or a miracle pill. It's something you already have access to, something that's free and readily available. Silence. The brain reboot. Think of your brain as a high-powered computer. It's constantly processing information, juggling multiple tasks, and trying to make sense of the world around you. But just like any computer, your brain needs downtime to defrag, recharge, and optimize its performance. Silence is like hitting the reset button on your brain. It gives your neurons a chance to rest, repair, and reorganize, leading to improved focus, concentration, and creativity. The stress buster. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race, chasing deadlines, juggling responsibilities, and worrying about the future. But all that stress takes a toll on your body and mind. It's like carrying a heavy backpack, weighing you down and slowing you down. Silence is like taking off that backpack, allowing you to stand tall, breathe deeply, and feel the weight lift off your shoulders. The inner compass. In the quiet stillness of silence, you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. It's like turning down the volume on the external world so you can tune into the whispers of your own soul. This inner dialogue can be incredibly revealing, offering insights into your deepest desires, fears, and values. It's like having a heart-to-heart with your own subconscious, uncovering hidden truths and guiding you towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. The creative spark. Ever noticed how your best ideas often come to you in the shower or on a quiet walk in nature? That's because silence creates the perfect breeding ground for creativity. When you're not distracted by external stimuli, your mind is free to wander, make connections, and generate new ideas. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil and watching it blossom into a beautiful flower. The sleep enhancer. In a world that's constantly buzzing with activity, getting a good night's sleep can feel like an impossible dream. But silence can be your sleep savior. By creating a calm and peaceful environment, you're signaling to your body that it's time to rest and recharge. It's like turning off the lights and drawing the curtains, inviting sweet dreams and deep relaxation. The productivity booster. Think silence and productivity are mutually exclusive? Think again. In fact, studies have shown that silence can actually boost your focus and concentration, leading to increased productivity and efficiency. It's like clearing your desk of clutter and creating a dedicated workspace where you can get things done without distractions. The relationship builder. Silence isn't just about solitude. It can also enhance your relationships. By practicing active listening and allowing for pauses in conversation, you create space for deeper connection and understanding. It's like pressing pause on the movie of your own thoughts so you can fully appreciate the other person's perspective. The spiritual gateway. For centuries, spiritual seekers have used silence as a tool for connecting with the divine and accessing higher states of consciousness. It's like opening a window to the transcendent, allowing a sense of peace, awe, and wonder to fill your being. So, I invite you to embrace the gift of quiet. Carve out moments of silence in your day, whether it's through meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking a few deep breaths in a quiet space. You'll be amazed at the profound impact it can have on your mind, body, and spirit. Remember, silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of possibility. 2. The inner sanctuary, silence as the catalyst for personal growth. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Aristotle. The ancient Greek philosopher hit the nail on the head. Self-knowledge is the cornerstone of personal growth, and silence is the key that unlocks that door. In the quiet stillness, we can embark on an inward journey, exploring the depths of our being and unearthing hidden truths about ourselves. The mirror of silence. Think of silence as a mirror, reflecting back to you the raw, unfiltered essence of your being. In the absence of external distractions, you're forced to confront your thoughts, feelings, and desires without the usual masks and defenses. It's like stripping away the layers of social conditioning and societal expectations, revealing the authentic self that lies beneath. The inner dialogue. In the quietude, your inner dialogue takes center stage. It's like a lively debate between different parts of yourself. The dreamer, the critic, the realist, the idealist. Each voice has something valuable to contribute, but they often get drowned out in the noise of everyday life. Silence allows you to hear each voice clearly, fostering a deeper understanding of your motivations, fears, and aspirations. The emotional landscape. Silence also provides a safe space to explore your emotional landscape. It's like venturing into a lush rainforest, teeming with vibrant colors, exotic sounds, and hidden waterfalls. You might encounter joy, sadness, anger, fear, or any other emotion that's been lurking beneath the surface. But instead of running away from these emotions, silence allows you to sit with them, observe them, and learn from them. The seed of self-awareness. This process of introspection and self-discovery plants the seed of self-awareness. It's like shining a light into the dark corners of your mind, illuminating the hidden patterns and beliefs that shape your behavior. The more you understand yourself, the more empowered you become to make conscious choices and create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. The fertilizer of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the fertilizer that nourishes the seed of self-awareness. It's about being present in the moment, without judgment, observing your thoughts and feelings as they arise and pass away. Silence creates the perfect environment for mindfulness, allowing you to cultivate a deeper connection with your inner self and the world around you. The fruit of intuition. As you cultivate self-awareness and mindfulness, you'll start to notice a subtle shift in your perception. You'll become more attuned to your intuition, that gut feeling that guides you towards the right path. It's like a compass pointing you towards your true north, even when the road ahead is unclear. The harvest of creativity. Silence also fosters creativity. When you're not bombarded with external stimuli, your mind is free to wander, make connections, and generate new ideas. It's like clearing a cluttered desk, creating space for inspiration to flow. Many artists, writers, and musicians have attested to the power of silence in unlocking their creative potential. The art of letting go. In the quiet stillness, you can also practice the art of letting go. It's about releasing the burdens of the past, the anxieties of the future, and the expectations that weigh you down. It's about creating space for new experiences, perspectives, and possibilities. The hero's journey. Remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It's about constantly challenging yourself, stepping outside your comfort zone, and embracing the unknown. It's about falling down, getting back up, and learning from your mistakes. It's about becoming the hero of your own story. The world awaits. So I invite you to embrace the power of silence. Carve out moments of quiet in your day, whether it's through meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking a walk in nature. Listen to your inner voice, explore your emotional landscape, and cultivate self-awareness. The journey of personal growth awaits, and silence is your trusty guide. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a like and comment. Keep it up below. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. 3. The quiet connection. Silence as the bridge to deeper relationships. Silence is sometimes the best answer. Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, with his serene wisdom, reminds us that in the realm of relationships, silence isn't just golden. It's the glue that binds hearts together. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, we're often so busy talking that we forget to truly listen. We fill every silence with chatter, afraid of the awkwardness that might arise if we simply be with each other. But what if I told you that those silent spaces hold the key to deeper connection, understanding, and intimacy? The unspoken language. Think of silence as a language all its own, a subtle, nuanced form of communication that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. It's in the shared glances, the comfortable pauses, the unspoken understanding that flows between two people who are truly present with each other. It's like a secret code, decipherable only to those who are willing to slow down, tune in, and listen with their hearts. The listening revolution. In a world that's constantly clamoring for our attention, true listening has become a lost art. We're so busy thinking about what we're going to say next that we miss the subtle cues, the unspoken emotions, and the deeper meaning behind the words. Silence is the key to unlocking the power of active listening. It's about creating space for the other person to fully express themselves without interruption or judgment. It's about being fully present, absorbing not just the words, but also the tone, the body language, and the energy behind the message. Think of it like this. You're watching a breathtaking sunset with a loved one. You could fill the silence with idle chatter, commenting on the colors, the clouds, the weather. Or you could simply sit in awe, sharing the experience without the need for words. Sometimes, the most profound connections are forged in the quiet moments, where words are unnecessary and presence is enough. The conflict diffuser. Silence can also be a powerful tool for conflict resolution. In the heat of an argument, it's easy to get caught up in the back and forth, hurling accusations and defenses like verbal grenades. But what if, instead of reacting, you responded with silence? Not a passive-aggressive silence, but a mindful pause, a moment to collect your thoughts, regulate your emotions, and choose your words wisely. Think of it like this. You're in a boxing match, and your opponent throws a punch. You could instinctively retaliate, escalating the fight. Or you could duck, weave, and create some distance, giving yourself a chance to assess the situation and strategize your next move. Silence can be that strategic pause, allowing you to de-escalate the conflict and find a more peaceful resolution. The intimacy incubator. Silence can also foster intimacy in relationships. It's in those quiet moments where you're comfortable simply being together that true connection blossoms. It's like a cozy fire on a cold night, inviting you to snuggle close, share your deepest thoughts and feelings, and bask in the warmth of each other's presence. Think of it like this. You're on a long road trip with your best friend. You've been chatting for hours, sharing stories, laughing and reminiscing. But then a comfortable silence falls. You gaze out the window, lost in your own thoughts, but feeling a deep sense of connection and contentment. Sometimes the most meaningful conversations happen in the quiet spaces between the words. So I invite you to embrace the power of silence in your relationships. Practice active listening, allow for pauses in conversation, and create space for shared moments of quietude. You'll be amazed at how this simple shift can deepen your connections, enhance your understanding, and foster a greater sense of intimacy and love. Remember, silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of connection. 4. The tranquility within, silence as the gateway to inner peace. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Buddha. The Buddha, the OG of mindfulness, dropped some serious wisdom there. In our chaotic, fast-paced world, inner peace can feel like a distant mirage, something we chase but never quite reach. We're constantly bombarded with external stimuli, from the relentless news cycle to the endless notifications on our phones. It's like our minds are caught in a never-ending game of whack-a-mole, frantically trying to keep up with the demands of modern life. But what if I told you there's a secret weapon in your quest for inner peace? It's not a meditation retreat in the Himalayas or a week-long silent vow. It's something far more accessible, something you can tap into anytime, anywhere. Silence. The mental detox. Think of silence as a mental detox, a way to cleanse your mind of the clutter and chaos that accumulate throughout the day. It's like hitting the pause button on a noisy movie, allowing the dust to settle and the clarity to emerge. In the absence of external distractions, you can finally hear the whispers of your own soul, the subtle signals that guide you towards inner peace. The emotional balancer. Silence also acts as an emotional balancer, helping you to regulate your feelings and find equilibrium in the midst of life's ups and downs. It's like a calm lake, reflecting the ever-changing sky but remaining undisturbed at its core. When you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious or stressed, silence provides a safe haven where you can process your emotions without judgment or reactivity. Think of it like this. You're on a roller coaster, emotions soaring and plummeting with each twist and turn. Silence is like stepping off the ride, finding a quiet bench, and taking a few deep breaths. You're still feeling the aftershocks, but you're also regaining your composure and finding your center. The mindful moment. Silence is the fertile ground where mindfulness blossoms. It's in the quiet spaces that you can truly cultivate present moment awareness, observing your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's like watching clouds drift across the sky, noticing their shapes and movements without trying to control them. This non-judgmental observation allows you to develop a deeper understanding of your inner world, fostering a sense of acceptance and self-compassion. The stress antidote. Stress is the silent killer of inner peace. It's like a corrosive acid, eating away at your well-being and leaving you feeling depleted and disconnected. Silence is the antidote, neutralizing the corrosive effects of stress and promoting relaxation and rejuvenation. Studies have shown that even brief periods of silence can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and boost the immune system. Think of it like this. Your body is like a tightly wound spring, constantly under tension. Silence is like gently releasing that spring, allowing it to return to its natural state of rest and ease. The wellspring of well-being. Inner peace isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a state of being that permeates every aspect of your life. It's about feeling grounded, centered, and connected to something larger than yourself. It's about finding contentment in the present moment, even amidst life's challenges. Think of it like this. You're standing on a mountaintop, gazing out at a breathtaking vista. You feel a sense of awe, wonder, and gratitude for the beauty that surrounds you. Inner peace is like that mountaintop experience, a reminder of the vastness and interconnectedness of life. So, I invite you to embrace the power of silence in your quest for inner peace. Carve out moments of quiet in your day, whether it's through meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking a walk in nature. Allow yourself to be still, to listen, to simply be. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your life from the inside out. Remember, inner peace is not a destination, it's a journey, and silence is your faithful companion on that journey. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a like and comment. Keep it up below. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. 5. The quiet rebellion. Finding stillness in a noisy world. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Ram Dass. The spiritual teacher was spot on. In our modern world, noise pollution isn't just about jackhammers and traffic jams. It's about the constant barrage of information, notifications, and distractions vying for our attention. It's like our minds are stuck in a perpetual state of FOMO, fear of missing out, scrolling through endless feeds and refreshing our inboxes every 5 seconds. But here's the paradox. The more we chase after the noise, the further we drift from our true selves. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack by setting the haystack on fire. You might get rid of the hay, but you'll also destroy the needle. In the midst of this chaos, silence becomes a quiet rebellion, a radical act of self-care and sanity. The inner sanctuary. Think of silence as a sanctuary, a sacred space within yourself where you can escape the noise and reconnect with your inner being. It's not about physically isolating yourself from the world. It's about creating a mental and emotional space where you can find stillness amidst the chaos. Think of it like this. You're at a crowded party, music blaring, conversations overlapping, and everyone vying for your attention. You feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. You slip away to a quiet corner, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Suddenly, the noise fades into the background, and you feel a sense of calm and clarity wash over you. That's the power of creating an inner sanctuary. The digital detox. In today's digital age, our devices have become both our lifelines and our shackles. We're constantly connected, but also constantly distracted. It's like being tethered to a leash, with notifications tugging at us every few minutes. A digital detox is a powerful way to reclaim your focus and find stillness in a noisy world. Think of it like this. You're on a hike in a beautiful forest, but you're glued to your phone, checking emails and scrolling through social media. You're missing the breathtaking scenery, the fresh air, the sounds of nature. A digital detox is like putting your phone away and immersing yourself in the present moment. It's about unplugging from the virtual world and reconnecting with the real world. The mindful minute. You don't need hours of meditation or a silent retreat to experience the benefits of stillness. Even a few minutes of mindful silence can make a world of difference. It's like pressing the pause button on your busy life, allowing yourself to simply be without judgment or expectation. Think of it like this. You're waiting in line at the grocery store, feeling impatient and frustrated. Instead of reaching for your phone, you close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You notice the sensations in your body, the sounds around you, the thoughts passing through your mind. You're not trying to change anything, you're simply observing. This mindful pause can shift your entire perspective, turning a mundane moment into an opportunity for inner peace. The ritual of routine. Creating a daily ritual of silence can be a game changer. It's about carving out a dedicated time each day to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with yourself. It could be first thing in the morning, before the world wakes up, or last thing at night when the day winds down. It could be a few minutes of meditation, a quiet walk in nature, or simply sitting in a comfortable chair and letting your mind wander. Think of it like this. You're a gardener tending to a beautiful flower bed. You water it, weed it, and nurture it every day. A daily ritual of silence is like tending to your inner garden, cultivating a sense of peace, clarity, and well-being. The world awaits. Remember, finding stillness in a noisy world is not about escaping reality. It's about creating a space within yourself where you can navigate the chaos with grace and equanimity. It's about reclaiming your focus, reconnecting with your intuition, and cultivating a deeper sense of inner peace. So, I invite you to embrace the quiet rebellion. Turn down the noise, tune into your inner wisdom, and discover the transformative power of silence. The world awaits your presence. 6. The mindful moment. Silence as the gateway to presence. The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. Thich Nhat Hanh. The Zen master's words ring true in our fast-paced world, where our minds often race ahead to the next task, the next worry, the next distraction. We're so caught up in the doing that we forget to simply be. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking the joy and happiness of the present moment lies in the embrace of silence? The mental chatterbox. Think of your mind as a chatterbox, constantly chattering away with thoughts, worries, and to-do lists. It's like a radio station that never shuts off, playing a cacophony of mental noise that drowns out the subtle beauty of the present moment. Mindfulness is about turning down the volume on that chatterbox, creating space for stillness and awareness. Think of it like this. You're trying to have a conversation with a friend at a noisy coffee shop. The background music, the clinking of cups, the chatter of other patrons, it all makes it difficult to focus on your friend's words. Mindfulness is like finding a quiet corner where you can truly hear and appreciate what your friend is saying. The stillness within. Silence is the fertile ground where mindfulness takes root. It's in the absence of external distractions that you can turn your attention inward, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment or reactivity. It's like stepping out of a crowded city street and into a peaceful garden where you can finally breathe deeply and appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. The anchor of the breath. In the practice of mindfulness, the breath serves as an anchor, grounding you in the present moment. It's like a lifeline, connecting you to the rhythm of your own being. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to the sensation of your breath, the rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the air entering your nostrils, the warmth of the air leaving your lips. Think of it like this. You're on a boat in a stormy sea. The waves are crashing, the wind is howling, and you feel like you're about to capsize. But then you remember your anchor. You drop it into the water, and suddenly you feel a sense of stability and security. Your breath is like that anchor, keeping you grounded amidst the turbulence of your thoughts and emotions. The non-judgmental observer. Mindfulness is not about emptying your mind or achieving a state of blissful nothingness. It's about observing your thoughts and feelings with curiosity and acceptance, without getting caught up in them. It's like watching a movie on a screen, noticing the images and sounds without identifying with them or judging them. Think of it like this. You're sitting by a river, watching the water flow by. You notice leaves, twigs, and other debris floating on the surface. You don't try to stop them or judge them. You simply observe them as they pass. Your thoughts and feelings are like those objects in the river, constantly flowing and changing. Mindfulness is about witnessing that flow without getting swept away by it. The gift of presence. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you'll experience the gift of presence. It's that feeling of being fully alive, fully engaged in the moment, without the distractions of the past or the anxieties of the future. It's like waking up from a dream and realizing that the real world is far more vibrant and beautiful than anything you could have imagined. The ripple effect. Mindfulness has a ripple effect, extending beyond your moments of silent contemplation. As you become more present, you'll find yourself more attuned to the world around you, more appreciative of the simple joys of life, and more compassionate towards yourself and others. It's like a pebble dropped in a pond, creating ripples that spread outward, touching everything in their path. So, I invite you to embrace the power of silence and mindfulness. Carve out moments of quiet in your day, anchor yourself in your breath, and observe your thoughts and feelings with non-judgmental awareness. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Remember, the present moment is a gift. Unwrap it with mindfulness and savor its sweetness. 7. The Soul Spa. Silence as the ultimate self-care ritual. Self-care is not selfish. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Eleanor Brown. The wise woman hits the nail on the head. In our hustle and bustle culture, we often prioritize productivity, achievements, and meeting the needs of others, leaving little time for ourselves. We run on empty, fueled by caffeine and adrenaline, until we hit a wall, burnt out and depleted. But what if I told you there's a simple yet powerful way to recharge your batteries, nourish your soul, and cultivate a deep sense of well-being? It's not a fancy spa treatment or a luxurious vacation. It's something far more accessible and affordable. Silence. The inner oasis. Think of silence as an inner oasis, a tranquil retreat where you can escape the demands of the external world and reconnect with your true self. It's not about physically isolating yourself. It's about creating a mental and emotional space where you can nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Think of it like this. You've been running a marathon, pushing yourself to the limit. You finally cross the finish line, exhausted but exhilarated. You need to rest, refuel, and recover. Silence is like that post-marathon recovery period. It's a chance to slow down, replenish your energy, and tend to your needs. The emotional first aid kit. In the quiet stillness, you can access your emotional first aid kit. It's like opening a treasure chest filled with tools for healing, soothing, and restoring your emotional well-being. You can process difficult emotions, release pent-up stress, and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Think of it like this. You've had a tough day at work. Your boss yelled at you, your project fell apart, and you spilled coffee all over your new shirt. You come home feeling frustrated, angry, and defeated. You light a candle, put on some calming music, and sit in silence. You allow yourself to feel your emotions, to cry, to vent. Gradually, the tension starts to dissipate, and you feel a sense of calm and clarity wash over you. The mental massage. Silence is also a mental massage, a way to soothe your overstimulated brain and quiet the endless chatter of your thoughts. It's like giving your mind a spa day, complete with aromatherapy, soft music, and a gentle scalp massage. Think of it like this. You've been staring at a computer screen all day, bombarded with emails, notifications, and deadlines. Your head feels like it's about to explode. You step away from your desk, find a quiet corner, and close your eyes. You take a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Gradually, the mental noise starts to fade, and you feel a sense of spaciousness and clarity. The soul food. Silence nourishes your soul, just as food nourishes your body. It's a chance to connect with your deepest values, aspirations, and dreams. It's a time for reflection, contemplation, and self-discovery. Think of it like this. You're sitting by a campfire, gazing at the flickering flames. You feel a sense of awe and wonder, a connection to something larger than yourself. Silence is like that campfire, inviting you to ponder the mysteries of life, the beauty of the universe, and the purpose of your own existence. The permission slip. In a world that glorifies busyness and productivity, silence can feel like a guilty pleasure, something we indulge in only when we have spare time. But self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about giving yourself permission to slow down, recharge, and prioritize your well-being. Think of it like this. You're on an airplane, and the flight attendant instructs you to put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. Self-care is like that oxygen mask. You need to take care of yourself first, so you can show up fully for the people and responsibilities in your life. So, I invite you to embrace the power of silence as a form of self-care. Carve out moments of quiet in your day, create a peaceful environment, and allow yourself to simply be. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your life from the inside out, fostering a deeper sense of well-being, clarity, and joy. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It's essential, and silence is the ultimate self-care ritual. 8. The quiet revolution. Embracing silence in the everyday hustle. In the silence of your being lies your greatest power. Deepak Chopra. The modern-day sage hits the bullseye with this one. We live in a world that's constantly buzzing, beeping, and bombarding us with information. It's like we're all plugged into a giant, never-ending rave, and the music never stops. But amidst this cacophony, there's a quiet revolution brewing, a movement towards embracing silence as a tool for sanity, creativity, and personal growth. The everyday oasis. Think of silence not as an escape from the world, but as a way to engage with it more deeply. It's about finding those pockets of stillness in your everyday life, those moments where you can unplug, tune in, and recharge. It's like finding a hidden oasis in the middle of a bustling city, a place where you can escape the noise and reconnect with your true self. Think of it like this. You're commuting to work on a packed subway, surrounded by people, noise, and flashing advertisements. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Suddenly the chaos fades away, and you find a moment of peace amidst the rush hour madness. That's the power of embracing silence in your everyday life. The ritual of routine. Integrating silence into your daily routine doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It's about small, intentional acts that create space for stillness and reflection. It could be as simple as silent mornings. Start your day with a few minutes of quiet contemplation, meditation, or journaling. Set the tone for a more mindful and intentional day. Mindful meals. Turn off the TV, put away your phone, and savor the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. Eating in silence can enhance your digestion and appreciation for the nourishment you're receiving. Tech-free transitions. Create tech-free zones in your home or workplace where you can disconnect from devices and engage in activities that promote mindfulness and creativity. Nature. Therapy. Spend time in nature, surrounded by the sounds of birdsong, rustling leaves, and flowing water. Nature has a way of calming the mind and reconnecting us to the natural rhythms of life. Silent walks. Take a walk without headphones or podcasts. Pay attention to the sensations of your body, the sights and sounds around you, and the thoughts and feelings that arise. The creative catalyst. Silence isn't just about relaxation, it's also a powerful catalyst for creativity. When you quiet the external noise, you create space for your inner voice to emerge. It's like clearing a cluttered desk, allowing your ideas to flow freely and your imagination to soar. Think of it like this. You're a musician trying to write a new song. You're surrounded by instruments, sheet music, and recording equipment, but the melody eludes you. You step away from the chaos, find a quiet corner, and close your eyes. Suddenly the notes start to flow, and the song takes shape. That's the magic of silence. The relationship enhancer. Silence can also deepen your connections with others. It's about creating space for true listening, empathy, and understanding. It's about being fully present with the people you care about, without the distractions of technology or the pressure to fill every silence with chatter. Think of it like this. You're having a conversation with a loved one, but you're constantly checking your phone, half listening to their words. You put your phone away, make eye contact, and truly listen to what they're saying. You notice their body language, their tone of voice, and the emotions behind their words. Suddenly, The conversation feels more intimate, more meaningful, and more connected. The inner compass. In the quiet moments, you can tap into your intuition, that inner wisdom that guides you towards your true path. It's like a compass, pointing you towards your North Star, even when the road ahead is unclear. Think of it like this. You're facing a difficult decision, torn between two options. You step away from the noise, find a quiet space, and close your eyes. You breathe deeply, listen to your gut feeling, and trust your intuition. Suddenly, the answer becomes clear, and you feel a sense of confidence and clarity. The world awaits. Remember, embracing silence in your daily life is not about retreating from the world. It's about engaging with it more mindfully and intentionally. It's about creating a balance between the external noise and the internal stillness, between the doing and the being. So, I invite you to join the quiet revolution. Carve out moments of silence in your day, cultivate mindfulness, and discover the transformative power of stillness. The world awaits your presence. In the quiet spaces, we find our true selves, our deepest desires, and our greatest potential. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it's the presence of possibility. As we conclude this episode, let's carry the gift of quiet with us into our daily lives. May it be a source of strength, inspiration, and unwavering inner peace.